This man said, I Googled how long it takes to fall in love. He said it takes 88 days. We've only known each other for 31. Problem solved. I think that was my favorite line from the Rom-Commers. And while it does, I'm going to talk about it. So spoiler alert, but I will say for rom-com lovers, it was a solid read. So basically the synopsis is Emma, an aspiring screenwriter. She's had some ups and downs and such like that. She has this really cool opportunity to work with a screenwriter who has to write a rom-com, but that's not his thing. He's not about it. He actually is not vibing with the idea of love. He's real down in the dumps. So what happens? Of course, they start working together. She's trying to convince him, like, no, like, romance is real. Like, it's out there. And eventually they fall in love. I would give it like a 4.2, maybe even 4.1. And the only reason is because, and I can't stand when this happens with characters, every sign is in front of her of what, is that like the third quarter plot issue could have been to avoid, but I know the third quarter plot had to happen, right? Third quarter issue or whatever. But for me, then I feel like the writing shouldn't have been her seeing him so well, because I'm like, if you see him that well, you'll understand why he's turning you away. Like, all the signs are in front of you. So that wasn't making sense to me. Because, and once again, spoiler alert, if you're still here, he had a previous, he had cancer previously, and he was worried about it coming back. And at that period in time, he thought it was going to come back. So then he pushed her away, like, no, you've already spent so much time helping out your dad. Her dad had been, sick and unwell for a while, specifically with an injury that happened in the past. And so his thought process was like, no, I can't have you taking care of me. So he pushed her away. She was like, no, I think I kind of love you. I think I'm going to have in love with you. And he was like, I don't feel that way. He lied. But girl, you knew his tells. And so instead of her being like clocked, she was questioning, do I know his tells? Do I know? But you had been so confirmed before. That's the only thing. Miss Katherine Center. This is my first book of yours, and I really enjoyed it. That was my favorite line, because he was like, problem solved. I've only known you for 31 days. Like, bet. Like, sir, that was funny to me. I think he's one of my favorite characters. I like the banter. And I like Emma as a person. Another one of my things, Emma should apologize to her sister just as much as her sister apologized to her. That was another thing of mine. So I liked her, and then at this point I was like, she's not gonna apologize, because the way she came at her sister was a bit wrong, I will say, and she didn't apologize for that. I found that interesting. Just, that was all. But Emma and Charlie as a couple, they're very cute. They're gonna be a couple that I remember together for sure.